We're at ICAST 2015 looking at some of the cool things at the show, and that brought me over to the BioSpawn booth. We're going to be taking a look at some genetically engineered baits, and I've got Andrew here. Andrew, you got to tell us more about this because this is some pretty cool stuff.
Appreciate it. Genetically engineered baits is just the tagline of the company, and basically it's our mind frame and the way we think when we're designing and engineering our baits. If you could take something like a crawdad and genetically engineer it to make it look and act the way you want it to get more strikes, what would you do? So that's our mind frame when we sit down and design our new baits, and so far it has worked great. This is our vial crawl. It's got a patented claw design. It's got big ridges on the side. It displaces a ton of water. It gets vicious strikes. It's got a hook slot so you don't get hung up. You can flip it, punch it. It's an extremely versatile bait. You can throw it as a jig trailer, which I got over here. You can throw it as you can rig it sideways on a swim bait hook. You can throw it regular on a swim bait hook and give it a gliding action. You can throw it top water as a frog. There's multiple ways you can throw every single one of our baits. This is our newest one for 2016. It's the 6.5-inch plasma tail, which is a shaky head. It's a neutrally buoyant plastic, so when that shaky head stands the worm straight up and down, the movement of the water, you don't even have to move your rod. The movement of the water moves that bait, and then as soon as you twitch the rod, it is the most violent action you've ever seen in your life, and it catches fish. We also have the 4.5-inch plasma tail, which is a drop shot bait, also neutrally buoyant plastic. So when you're throwing a drop shot, the weight will hit the bottom, and that bait will sit perfectly horizontal in the water column. And then when you twitch it, the tail moves. It looks just like a minnow, but you can also jig worm it, throw it on a shaky head as well. Once again, another extremely versatile bait. A lot of guys will cut the tail off and throw it on a chatterbait, on a spinnerbait, or even on a buzzbait. And then our last one that we have here is the Exo Stick, which is our take on the Cinco. You can wacky rig it, Texas rig it, Carolina rig it. Once again, a lot of guys cut the tail off and throw it on a chatterbait. What's neat about this bait compared to the Cinco is instead of a horizontal teeter-totter fall, it folds up on both ends and wobbles on the fall. It sinks a lot faster, but also you can catch 10 to 12 fish on one bait versus one fish. So it's a new, innovative way of thinking about the Cinco.
Well, that's some really cool stuff there, Andrew. If people would like to find out more information about the whole line, where could they go to check these out?
You can find us at biospawn.com. You can find us in Cabela's stores, Tackle Warehouse, Land Big Fish, and multiple other retailers.
Thank you very much. We are at ICAST 2015.